Hello, my name is David J. Stubbs, and this is my history and near death page, or the other side page. I do it all, when it comes to spirit, ghosts, and angels. But there's going to be a video for when you ever get that creepy feeling somebody in the bedroom with you, somebody watching you. You see shadows running by in the corner of your eye. This video will tell you what to do for any type of entities, good or bad. And it also tell you how to separate the good from the bad. And all this information is how my angel trained and taught me to fight shadow peoples and entities from other planet. And the worst thing I fought was a three-headed dragon while I was training, and I was on a white horse with wings up in the clouds. And I zapped it out in like seconds. You know, they were shooting beams at me, laser beams out of their eyes, and my laser beam outpowered all three of them, and they exploded. And they exploded. And so I'm finna go to the beginning. One day, I was sitting on the bed looking at TV. Always, just about, it be 3:33 a.m. when my angel come. And we can travel around the world 10 times. And when we get back, it still be 3:33. Now, it also can be 3:33 p.m. But seem like that the one that she come in, it got to be 3:33. It don't matter if it's a.m. or p.m., but it normally be a.m. So my angel popped up. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She said, "I'm fine. Would you like to see your spiritual team, Davy?" I said, "My spiritual team? What you mean?" She snapped the finger, and it was 30 weird-looking peoples in the room with us. Some, probably about 10 from, they were human. I don't know what the other 20 was, they weren't from this planet, right? And it was one I never forget. He was on a bicycle, and he was sweating. He looked like he was about to die, but he wasn't from the planet. And she said, you're pumping your heart, keeping your heart alive. And I said, but the thing look like he gonna die. She said, that's just how they look where he from, David. Then there was another one jumping on some kind of air pad. What are you doing? She said, he pumping your lungs, David. But I said, he got to do that until I die? She said, yes, David. And then there was one in a lawn chair just laid back chilling. And I was looking at him because he was weird looking. And next thing I know, oh, yep. The beans hitting me. And I'm weak. I feel like I'm about to die. She's standing right in back of me. And I say, hey, man, you gonna let him kill me? She said, David, you have the power to defeat anybody on the other side, David. You are a warrior leader in God's army, David. Your power is in your eyes. You must show no fear. You must show no fear. Look him in his eyes, David. When he look in your eyes, David, he see the king of heaven and he is scared. So I start saying, she say, say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. If you can't say it out loud, say it to yourself. But you must show no fear, because when you show fear, he get powerful and you get weak. If you don't show no fear, it reverses and you get powerful and he gets weak. Now keep repeating it to yourself. And I'm saying to myself, I was too weak to talk. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. And then I feel like I can move. And now I can talk. So I'm saying out loud, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I can do anything through Christ. No man can defeat me. No entity can defeat me. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. And then beams shot out my eye, blue beams. And the beam made hit beam. And they going backward and forward, backward and forward, backward and forward. I'm getting stronger and stronger because I ain't scared no more. And he getting weaker. And that's why I say, I rebuke you. Boom. My beam went all the way to her eyes, pushed the red beam back, and he exploded. And I'm like, man, what he wanted? She say, they all want your energy, David. You put off a special type of energy because you's an angel on the other side. You's a warrior leader in God's army, and I've been training you for 1,000,000 years. Training me for what? To find a war, David, good versus evil. And I said, I got to train like this every life. She said, you must train on earth and in heaven until the final war. And after the war, you'll be able to relax forever. So, I'm looking at all these people and I say, so what do they do? She say, some are your conscience to tell you to do the right thing. The other is free will. And you have another entity telling you to do the wrong thing. And I say, who them is? She says, some of them is to help you make your dreams come true and all your wishes and prayers. She says, some of them is don't want your dream and prayers come true. And you only would know when it happened. And if it don't happen, that what you will be thinking about on your deathbed. Where did you go wrong at? But these guys, it's up to these guys. And I said, well, how many you get? She said, as you younger, you may can get 60, according to how difficult your life is. She said, but younger people take risks. So as you get older, they go to decreasing. She said, by the time you get in your 60, you're not taking any more risks of 50 or even 40. You're not taking too much risk anymore because you're getting old, and you might just end up with the flu. But the closer you become to death, the smaller your team get, your spiritual team get. So anytime an entity come in the room, because it's gonna happen. You surrounded by entity 24 hours a day. But it just happened. You see one standing over your bed, or you get a creepy feeling somebody looking at you, or you see a stranger in your house. Now, when you see a strange entity in your house, you know whether it's from Earth or the other side. I don't know how, you just know. You know what I mean? It's just like one day I was looking at TV, and a man walked through my wall with a New York hat on and a polo shirt. A white dude. Looked like Bill Gates when he was young. And I said, hey, man, what you looking for? He ain't even pay no attention. I said, hey, man, I'm talking to you, man. You got on a blue New York hat and a white polo shirt. Man, what do you want? He said, you can see me. I said, you just walked through the wall. I said, man, what that wall is, a portal? Because every time y'all come, y'all walk through that wall there. He said, oh, my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This never happened before. And he walked right through the wall and left. So I ain't had time to see whether he was good or bad, but I can look at him and tell he was a nice guy, you know. But one time, a lady come in right in front of the TV. I said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you to the name of Jesus Christ. She said, you talking to me? I said, who the hell you think I'm talking to? Man, you standing in front of the TV, man. I'm looking at Jerry Springer. She said, that? I said, yeah, just move to the side. And she moved to the side. But I know she was good because when I say I rebuke you, it didn't faze her. Now, one time a guy come in there, and he was just laying on the floor on his bike. And I say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you. He wasn't saying nothing. And then when I kept saying that, why he went hollering, and disappeared. And I say, boy, that worked. So no matter what entity you're dealing with, even if you can't see them, just start thinking to yourself or saying out loud, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, in the blood of the Lamb. And just keep saying it. Just keep saying it. I don't care if it take 20, 30 minutes because they're powerful. That's what it's going to take. Because sometimes I do that with the shadow people, top hat or tuxedo, or what we black people call the Hank. We call them the Hank. Sometimes you do that with them. They powerful entity. They just go laughing. But they trying to fool you. They trying to make you scared. And they trying to make you don't say it no more. But keep saying it. I don't care how much you look like you're losing. I don't feel like I'm about dead half of the time, man. You know what I mean? And I start saying that thing, and that thing I can move a little bit, and I pull their fingers from around me, and I just overpower them with pretty divine power. Not human power, divine power. And that's the end of this video. Thank you, and God bless. And remember, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ.